Hello, hello, everybody.
Welcome back, you guys.
It's your girl, Vicky.
And it's Coco.
And this is the ConVic Podcast. Whoop, 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 whoop.
How are you guys? How was this week?
Okay, so first, I think we need to address the malfunction.
Guys, if you saw our Instagram last week, me and Vicky were together and we filmed a New York headquarters, which is Coco's apartment.
We did.
And it was a bomb ass episode. We were laughing, we were crying. And it was a great episode. And when we went to edit, Vicky had said like the mics didn't pick her up, which is like because we usually have the same mics. Vicky has now upgraded to a new mic. And then I was like, I was like living in denial. I was like, no, we could fix it with like some production we could do. So then she was like, okay, let me see what you think. And at first I was like, it's great. It's beautiful. It's fucking fire. And then I heard it and I was like, oh, I could barely, like you could hear me a lot, but you can't hear Vicky. And the whole thing is like, it's going to be confusing. So we decided not to release the episode, unfortunately, though it was a really fucking good episode. And then we had like a sleepover. And we watched some movies. And what do we watch? We watched that holiday movie with
Meet Me Next Christmas with Christina Milian.
Oh my God. I was like bashing that.
Yeah.
Because she was flirting like hardcore. Like, what are we doing?
She was like, this bitch is a slut.
I did say that. Because she was, okay? Like, how dare you do that? Like, you're flirting hardcore, and then you're like, and then you got surprised when this guy was just like, okay, so, like, and then she was like, oh, I have a man. And then she's like, don't wish harm on my relationship, which is actually real funny because then, I'm going to ruin a spoiler alert. Then she, like, a Christmas later or some bullshit like that. Like, she walks in on her boyfriend fucking some girl. And then he had the audacity to say.
In her house.
And then he has the audacity to say, it's laundry day or like my house is getting cleaned.
The cleaner was there.
Crazy.
No, it was really crazy.
But it's anyway, a good movie. To go back, that's why we didn't release this week Wednesday. Yeah. I forget like times. And we're sorry, but we're back. And Vicky's back in Florida, which makes me sad. But she's coming back in December, so we'll try it again. Round 2.
We've also learned that we don't work well in the same room because all we do is fucking laugh
so much.
And I feel like this is probably why it took so long for us to actually start this, because we don't get shit done.
We were laughing like the first 10 minutes of I feel like it's for unseen episode ever. Like we were just like laughing, and I was looking at Vicky and I was just like dying. Like, I don't know. We're just so funny.
It was a mess. But to catch you up on my week in New York, I went to New York. I went to go see Connie. I had to take 3 trains and a bus to get there. And then my husband forbid me from leaving because it was too late at night. And apparently, when you move out of New York, you forget how to travel at night. Because he told me that I don't know how to take trains anymore.
He really did say that. He was like, it's dark outside. He's like, where do you think you're going? You're staying at her house. And I was like, sleepover.
First, he was trying to like I can't say this word. Coerce. Like force Connie into driving me home.
My grandmother's house. Car I don't have.
Yeah, he's like, she got a car. Tell her to drive you home. She doesn't have a car, babe.
Yeah, I was just like, what car? I'm like, Jose's car is his car, which I drive his car, but he was working, so like I couldn't even get the car.
Working, and I'm like, it's okay. I could take the 3 trains and a bus again. I know how to do this.
And he flipped out. He freaked out.
He was like, no. So I just spent the night. We had a fun girls' night, and in our 30s, a girls' night looks like us on a couch, drinking a glass of wine with food, watching movies. And it was perfect. We had a great time. And
I saw the first movie. I didn't see the second movie, right?
Well, we watched the Brittany Murphy documentary.
Right.
And then we started Meet Me Next Christmas, but
Oh yeah, that's where I fell asleep within the first
we
10
both
minutes.
fell asleep, and then when we woke up, we put it back on.
Okay, I was trying to remember. Wow, you see how my dementia works? I was like, wait, but we
That's
did see the movie. So what time of night or day? But it's good to know. And then, whatchamacallit, we called Rich because I wanted to see the kids.
Oh yeah.
And then he was just like, you had never confirmed if you slept over, and I was like, what?
I thought it was a mutual understanding.
Yeah, because we're like sleepover. So he was like, okay, and I was like, okay. But listen, sometimes you know what? This just means we have to work better on our communications.
That's it.
And that's like the lesson about everything.
Because he loves me, that's all.
Exactly. The kids miss you.
Yeah. So then after that, I went to the Bryant Park Winter Festival, and it was amazing. I follow this girl on YouTube because she makes candles and all of that, and I'm like always like, what is she doing now? What is she doing now? Like, she vlogs her journey. And she was there, and I got to meet her, and that was cool.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
That's so cool. Oh my God.
She like hand makes her candles. She makes makeup bags and pouches and totes and scrunchies. So I bought like a scrunchie and a makeup bag from her just to support. I'm not gonna buy candles because I'm making my own candles.
Exactly.
And I saw my grandma the whole time, and then on Monday, the day before I left, I went to my other best friend's house, and I got to meet her baby. Aww. And my other best friend came, and we tried to play this game.
Oh God, what game?
So I actually bought it, and it's called You Laugh, You're Out. Have you heard of this?
I have never heard of this game.
So me either before this, right? But it's like there's a timer, and then you all have like laughing chips. So the person who goes, they have to pull a card, and you have to do whatever the card says and make everybody laugh. So if they laugh within the timer, they give you a chip, and then whoever has the most chips win. These bitches. So one of my besties I've literally known my entire life because our moms are best friends. And then the other one, I've been best friends with her since sophomore year in high school.
Wow.
So we've lived lifetimes together. Like at this
We've
point.
been through each other's ups and downs.
Right. Like these are my best friends. And these bitches are so, they could not like get past the embarrassment. So we were just like sitting there laughing the entire time because it's like, I can't do this. And then my dumbass, I get up and I'm like doing everything to the fullest. And I'm just like,
they couldn't do it?
No. Like one of them was sing happy birthday in a death metal voice. And my friend took so long to like commit to it. I'm like, just do it.
Like we've been friends forever. Like, come on.
Bitch, you FaceTime me while you're pooping. You can't sing happy birthday.
And a death like happy birthday.
Right.
That's funny.
And then my other best friend, she had to like act out Voldemort. And she's like, I don't even know where to start with this. I'm like, are you kidding me? Adava kadava. Like, I'm over here. But I think I'm just like really special. And not like in the, like in the Ed type of way. Because the way I'm just like, oh, let's do it.
Oh my God.
And then her husband came home, and I was like, all right.
I guess time's over.
Yeah. Okay. We can't embarrass ourselves like this anymore.
We gotta have some respect.
Right. Right. But we had a fun night. It was a lot of fun. And then I came home to my babies. This whole week, I have truly embraced my spirit animal, which is a sloth, because getting up off of my couch, I don't understand it. I take vitamins, I drink water, I do all the things, but I'm so tired. all the time.
Girl, I've been so exhausted this week. Every time I get like during that 4:00, like tiresome after lunch and everything, struggling to keep my eyes open. Like to the point where I was like, should I just tape my eyes? Like, and then I get home and I'm like, why the fuck am I? And I've been sleeping, water, all that fun stuff, and yet I am still so dead. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just a weird week.
I
Like,
don't know what it is.
yeah, no, I feel you.
So tired all week long. So I don't know how. So tomorrow we met this couple, me and my husband. We met this couple when we went to go vote, actually, because it was at a playground, and yeah, like I guess I had like a rec center, and then we voted in the rec center, and there was like a playground outside.
I thought you meant the voting stations were in the playground. I was like,
no, I understood that. So I wanted to clarify. So, so we met another couple, another Black couple, and they have a daughter who's my son's age and a newborn. And they were just like really friendly, and they're like, oh yeah, you know, we it's talking about how it's important to build community and how, you know, like we just vibed really well. So they invited us to a Friendsgiving tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah, but instead of like the invitation is like there'll be small bites, but bring your own rum or tequila drink. So basically like they want us to like mix our own, it's like you're a mixologist, mix your own drink and bring it, and then we're all gonna bring like different drinks.
I'm assuming the kids are not coming, right?
No, they are. So these people are gonna be my besties because not only did they invite us, but they said kids can come. We'll have a babysitter with movies and snacks upstairs.
Oh my God, I love these people.
I was like, yes,
cool kids. I mean, like, who are you? Leave me alone.
Twist my arm here.
Wow, that's really cool. I like that idea.
Right. So
the
then we
sketchy vibes in me are like pinging, but I'm like, no, I trust.
I kind of feel like it's gonna turn into like a sex party, and then I'm gonna grab my kids and run because
right, like I don't know, like
yeah, like it's giving that
like the tingling started just happening just now. I'm like, I don't know how I like, especially you just met them.
Yeah,
but like trust.
So
it's the murder podcast we listen to.
No, I know. It's the I trust nobody in me.
But then like they offer this, I'm like, who is not to trust? Are we best friends? I feel you. Listen, I'm here with you, boo. I'm here with you.
But then right after that is the Harry Potter rave.
I was just gonna ask you, when the hell's the Harry Potter rave?
It's tomorrow night. So the Friendsgiving thing.
I'm busy.
I'm booked and busy, and I don't have the energy for it.
I told you 5-hour shots.
Oh yes, I need to buy the Celsius. That's right. When I go get the tequila and grenadine, we're making tequila sunset and orange juice. I'm gonna I need a picture too.
Amazon?
Yeah.
Same day delivery. Prime Day. And it's on sale right now.
Yes, it is Prime Week.
It's
so yeah, I have to get all of that. So I'll get some Celsius because your girl's gonna need it. And yeah. Oh, and then last thing for my week, and then I will switch to you.
Oh my God, no, please.
I wrote a children's book.
Yes! My girl is over here accomplishing her hobbies and goals.
I wrote my first children's book, and I created the illustrations with AI. And I'm publishing it through KDP Amazon Publishing.
That's my girl.
So right now it's still in review to be published. It's gonna take another day or two, but by the time this episode is released, my book will be live. So it's called
Show the thing.
Lex's Galaxy Adventures, Being Kind to Others, Volume 1. And it's basically about Lex is an astronaut who visits different planets and galaxies. He meets new friends and he learns life lessons through obstacles that he goes through. This one is about being kind and just, stopping to help others. And there's also like a comprehension page that asks a few questions, so that could be a little more interactive for the readers and the parent or teacher that's reading to them. It's gonna be the first of a series, and I'm excited.
I'm so proud of you. When you told me and showed me the book, I was like, girl, I'm so excited for you. And for it to be in the public, like in the review process, like I'm so fucking happy for you. Like,
thank
oh my
you.
gosh. Also, when Vicky was here, she was editing the book.
Yeah.
I was like, no, bitch, this is gonna be like New York #1 bestseller, whatever it is. New York Times, there you go, bestseller. Oh, have you read it to your kids already or not
I
yet?
actually did.
What are their feedbacks?
So I got my first proof last week, and I realized I wanted to make a couple changes.
Okay.
Just to like the illustrations or whatever. So I went and I did that, and then this is like my final draft first proof. But when I got the first proof, I read it to them and they liked it. And then it was funny because I read the dedication. And the dedication says, "To my babies, Logan and Malia, may you remember to dream large and be kind to others." And when I said Logan and Malia, they're both like, "What?
Oh.
What?"
Oh.
And I'm just like, yeah, guys,
They're
like
so cute.
mommy wrote the book. But I don't think that like it clicked that I wrote the book, you know? And that it's like this series is inspired by my son because he always says he wants to be a astronaut police officer. And I'm gonna do another series. I'm thinking of calling it Marley the Mermaid. And it's gonna be off my daughter who's obsessed with the ocean. And yeah, I mean, like, these books are just fun. They have all my conspiracies in them. Like, octopuses are aliens in the book. Wait.
I saw that and I was like, here we go.
Just wait until I get into to Marley the Mermaid.
First of all, I can't wait because I love I have a tattoo of a mermaid.
Yes.
I love the ocean, so I can't wait.
And then when and not to give too much away, do crossover books where Marley goes through the black hole in the ocean to space to meet her brother Lex.
Crossover.
Crossover.
Stop. That's gonna be so cute. Oh my god, I can't wait.
I know, right?
I'm so proud of you too. Like, again, it's the things that we have been setting out to do and you're like accomplishing them, which is so great, girl. Like, you got this.
Don't make you cry. Don't make you cry. Stop it.
You're getting emotional on the pod. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so proud of you, girl. Oh, you know we love you from here. I'm buying those books for Isabelli's and Luke. They'll be reading it too. I can't wait.
And if you do buy the book on Amazon, please, please, please leave a review. Those are super important. Please and thank you. Love you guys.
What is it? 5 stars or 10 stars?
I think it's 5.
5 stars all around.
10, you know?
Vote twice. Vote twice. Make fake emails, you guys. Oh my! I'm proud of you, girl.
Thank you.
So anyway, let's see. What has this week have been like? Oh, my sister, who is a loyal listener, has some hot takes for Vicky. Excuse me while I pull them up.
When I tell you guys I'm scared.
So my sister Angie, she was on the Minnie Mouse episode, which is Minnie Mouse is a whore. And she had agreed with Vicky that I saw the TikTok that said the aliens are in the ocean and the mermaids are aliens. There's a part of the ocean where the magnetic field is so strong that no device works there. So through me, I was sending Vicky these videos. And Angie was listening. And then yesterday, I'm just like, I worked, la, 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 la. I see a text from my sister and she goes, Vicky is wrong. And I was like, oh. And again, I'm like, I did it because, like, again, my sister now know who Vicky is, but we also have a dog named Vicky. So I was like, what is she? And then she kept typing. And she's like, Kim was being a bully. She edited the phone conversation between Kanye and Taylor to fit her narrative. Even though Taylor kept insisting that that's not what she said. And
Who's
so
Kim?
Kim Kardashian. Kanye.
Oh, that's what she's talking about?
Yeah, and then Angie wrote, and then when someone actually released the actual conversation, Kim was like, this is old news. And I just had to say, I told you Taylor Swift was in the right. You see?
That doesn't change anything. She's still the common denominator in a whole lot of problems.
No, but no, that's
that's
Kanye though. That was Kanye being the problem right then and there, and then Kim, of course, being his wife, now ex-wife, was trying to support him
in that situation because Kanye is problematic himself.
Yes,
Taylor Swift is always in some drama.
Because people are just hating on her. I will die on this hill.
Not just people.
People are hating on her.
It is not, I don't even hate Taylor Swift.
I wish I could afford to see her.
That song in December is one of I love that song.
Anyway, they're screaming at us right now in the house.
Here for Taylor and Kelsey and all of that, and she's doing her thing. I'm a girl's girl. I'm super proud of her, but I don't think that she is as innocent or angelic as everybody tries to make her seem. If you are in all of these problems and have all these beefs and all of these like things, you're the common denominator. You might be a bitch.
No.
And that's all I'm saying. No. And to be honest, if she embraced that a little bit, I might even like her more. Because it would be a little more real.
Fair, though, she has been setting up for herself and everything. So, like, making sure she gets re-records, make sure that she gets all the profits to herself. I feel like that's a big power move on her. She's performing this whole big-ass 3-hour concert, which is now on a 6 last only, like, the 6 last shows are premiering within these weeks. You have to be so fucking rich to get tickets to them. They're all sold out. And I was just like, you know what? I got Disney Plus. Like, I'll watch it there. I'll watch it if somebody puts some stream lives on TikTok. Because I was like, should I just purchase a ticket? And then I looked at the price. It was like $3,000. I'm like, I'm good. I don't even have that money right now. And this is like another thing. My friend, Tortellinis, she went through the first round of when Taylor first, like the first Eras concert started going out. She got her ticket for $150.
Nice.
I was like, damn, girl. I was like, I could see why you would never want to pay like more expensive again.
I feel like tickets don't even start at $150 anymore.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, how did she get? I was like, wow, like it must have been pre-sale or something, like in the
Black Friday pre-sale.
No, I'm saying, I was like, $150 for Taylor Swift? That's crazy.
Right? Did she stand in the parking lot? Like,
I'm saying, I would have stand in the parking lot. I was like, MetLife. I was like, I'll be over here, just like, let me hear it. Like,
no, yeah, concert tickets are way too expensive before. Oh my God. Like I said, Taylor Swift, her music isn't necessarily my type, but I don't hate the girl. I just feel like you're not that innocent, and I don't understand why everybody tries to like be a savior for her.
Again, this all goes back to whenever we record the episode. It's a standhood too. That brings a lot of into it as well.
But I also feel that way about the Beehive. So
you see that it's like. Also, like, I'm a big Selena Gomez fan. Like, I love her to death.
But Selena Gomez is literally never in any drama.
She was in the drama
except for Justin Bieber.
I was like, she was literally in drama over there.
I mean, but that was like one guy.
No. But what I'm saying is like it's the stands that also attack the person. Like,
yeah.
And again, it's all about the stands. It's just like it gets to be a lot. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
but like I love her. I love Rare Beauty. Like I love that bitch.
I know you love.
What else happened this week? I'm hosting Friendsgiving tomorrow.
Oh, look at you on your grown up shit.
I bought like I don't know where the plates are, but I bought like the turkey.
Cooking?
Okay, that's where I was gonna come to. Like, don't fucking use that tone in me, whore.
It was an inquisitive tone.
Don't use that tone with me.
I'm just saying, I just came from your house and you didn't even cook me a single egg.
Okay, I was gonna say this. Don't bring that up because I told you I forgot. Okay. I literally was just like chilling there and I'm like, oh my God, are you hungry?
I was starving.
And then I offered you like food or anything. You're like, no. I was like, I had yogurt. It was just like not even like, I don't know what happened. It was just like, oh, she could like make herself at home. And I just completely forgot. That was my bad. I really do feel bad about that. And then Rich was like, you didn't feed her? I was like, I offered her yogurt.
It's this weird thing where like, I guess when we're separate, he becomes very paternal.
I just feel like he just wants to protect you at all costs. Hold on, I have like something back.
Like if he's not with me, he wants to make sure I'm being taken care of, and I
mean,
love
again,
that.
we were like debating we should take a $90 Uber.
That's true.
But anyway, so I'm hosting Friendsgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And to answer the question, as a lot of people may know in my personal life, I can't cook. I have learned to cook certain dishes that have not killed Jose and I, which is great. We haven't gotten food poisoning. But when I offered to, because for a while, we used to do it at my other friend's house. Like she lives down the block from, like down the hill from me, down the block, whatever. And we always do it at her house, and then we used to do it at our other friend's house that lives closer to that was on the other side of the Bronx. So we always used to do it there, but it was like very inconvenient times to come to my house because the parking around me is very limited too. But I was like, guys, I want to host Friendsgiving. Like I haven't hosted a lot of things in my own house. So I was like, please come. But I had told them, I was like, I'm not going to cook. And though, because I know a couple of dishes that I've mastered, I feel that I'm going to get nervous and then give everybody food poisoning right before Thanksgiving. So I offered pizza because, pizza's safe for everybody. And then my friend was like, oh, no, her mom is going to cook pernil. My friend Cynthia, so Lisa's mom is cooking pernil. Cynthia's going to make the mac and cheese. Angie's coming, which is great because Angie doesn't really come to the Bronx anymore because, they're all in Jersey now. So I have to make the trek to Jersey half the time. And she's coming with the kids and they're bringing ice cream. And then what am I doing? I am providing chips, alcohol, and just like a great little time. And then me and Andrew are going to have a call later to like just look over my whole house. Cause like Luke is now starting to walk. So we have to make sure like everything's baby proof. And she's like, whatever you don't want destroyed. I'm like, honestly, he could do whatever he wants. He's like the love of my life. Like Luke is okay. And then I was telling Jose, I'm like, I have fruits. I'm going to make a charcuterie board. Gonna try my best. No, we call it charcuterie in our friend group. And I have alcohol for whoever wants. And I'm like, you see? And I have chips. I'm gonna order the kids pizza. Like it's gonna be a great time. But and then Dennis, which is my brother-in-law, he was like, is Connie gonna cook? I'm like, again, guys, the plates that me and Jose have not died from me cooking, I'm not gonna test out on my family and friends. Like, that's rude. Right before Thanksgiving. It's crazy. Because then Angie and Dennis host Thanksgiving for us. And it's every year I just bring pie and liquor. Like, guys. And I entertain the kids. That's all really what I'm here for. Like, I am sorry I can't cook. And it's not like I didn't want to learn. I just, like, didn't really care for it at the time that I should have learned. But I'm learning now, and that's what counts. So, yeah. And other than that, I really can't remember what else I did this fucking weekend. Oh, I did Pure Bar again.
Okay.
Girl,
Are you getting better?
I'm getting better. So I'm feeling confident enough to try another besides the classic. I'm going to try the Defined. Guys, I'm in love with Pure Bar. Like, they need to sponsor me. I'll make videos. I like the instructors. The instructors are so good. Huh?
You should vlog a class.
I want to know if I can because there's other people around me and I don't want them to feel uncomfortable,
Tell them to move over.
No, I'm telling you, I'm about to. I'm like, this is my. But also the way the way Pure Bar said, like they have mirrors everywhere, and the way I catch glimpses of myself, I'm like, oh my god, I do not look pretty.
See, I couldn't be
working out.
I couldn't be in those classes. I'll be staring at myself the whole time, like, how dumb do I look now?
Girl, no, but the instructors are so sweet. They're like I like them a lot. But Vicky, you need to try it. You need to try it. It's a great fucking fun class.
Okay, let me find a class pass and then I'll go.
I think your first class in Pure Bar is free.
Okay. I did their sister company, Club Pilates.
Ooh.
That shit was... Okay, so the like Reformer? The Pilates, yeah, the Reformer. So like for some reason, I'm pretty good with the Reformer, but then once they had me on the floor doing floor work, my whole non-existent core was just like, no. The core. It was like, no. like she wanted us to do like side planks with like knee raise it, like be in a side plank and then like have, and my core's like literally no. Like it's not no, you had 2 C-sections, bitch. Why don't you go back to square one? So, yeah.
Don't be rude, body.
No,
Don't
my
be
core
rude.
is mad disrespectful. Okay.
Remember the first time they're like, use your core. I'm like, I have no fucking core.
Yeah, no, that doesn't exist here.
I'm trying to build a core. That's what I'm here
Like,
for.
it's like I had a core once because I used to be a dancer and it was really great. And I went from dancing to working out consistently. And then they cut into it. And I had a baby. And then they cut into it again. And then ever since, it's just never been the same.
You know, but your body created a beautiful life.
Sure. Sure.
That's crazy.
A miracle. Yay.
Oh my God.
No, I love my babies. I'm just not so thrilled about the process of getting them out of me. Okay.
That was a lot.
It was a lot.
But it's fucking freezing in New York again.
It's also cold down here.
Cold front. Wasn't there like a threat of a hurricane again for you guys? Or
yes, it died because of the cold front.
Nice. I'm like, not another hurricane. Come on.
Yeah. So Saba, bitch, you're dead. But I love cold fronts in Florida because it's like it just brings me back home where it's like nice crisp air. It's not so cold that you're like, you know, freezing your balls off or
North Face is what I'm thinking.
Right. Like it's just like what New York fall is supposed to be. So it's like 40s, you know, sometimes 30s, but it just feels so good, especially because it's literally never like this. And it only lasts like maybe a week, maybe 2.
Oh, wow. Damn. But at least you get it for a week or so.
Yeah. And then afterwards, it stays not like cool, but like low 70s, you know. And then once April comes, and it's the devil's asshole again.
Low 70s, like a crispy 65 is the ideal temperature. New York, it has been raining and it's been really fucking windy in the past couple of days, but it's also snowed in some areas. And I'm like, we're back to the snow. And then I realized, fuck, I have to come out in the snow. So it hasn't snowed around me yet. It's only been rain, but like upstate has been like snowing.
So that's good because I kept seeing that New York was in a drought.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
I never even knew that New York had like a rain threshold to even.
Yeah, because I feel like I was talking to, I don't know who the fuck I was talking about to, but I was just like, why is this like all of a sudden a thing? They're like, in October, November, it always rains. And I'm like, wouldn't it be snowing? And I forget it does majority rain in October. I'm thinking about like November childhood, like when it will be snowing already.
Yeah.
Like, global warming, you guys, it's real.
Yeah.
I mean, this is also in November, we had like 80 degrees. Like, I was like, we're gonna die. We're gonna take advantage of it, but we're gonna fucking die. Like, this is it for us. But yeah, no, the fires even around me, there was a lot of fires. Like Van Cortlandt was on fire. The Palisades are in Jersey are on fire, and we started to smell it around here that we got the air quality control shit again.
Yeah.
Had to get my air quality purifier, whatever, out and I'm like, turn on, bitch. Time to purify my because I'm okay. I don't know if I can't remember if I talked about it the podcast that we didn't release. When I used to be in my childhood home, I had the coldest room. No heat. Like it was always an igloo, and I just had to sleep with a lot of comforters and saban, like everything on me. So when I got to my apartment, they put the heat out here. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, it is too hot in these apartments. So I like to crack my windows open, which Jose, my poor bae, he's like, it's too cold. And I'm like, but this is how I like to sleep. Like, I like being cold and then just covering myself with everything. And he likes to close the window. So it has been like sometimes a fight between us. But yesterday, they blasted that heat in the, I want to say it was like getting assassinated. At like 3 a.m, I just heard the shh heat going on. I was like, what the fuck? Then I was like dying of sweat. And then I was like, babe, open the window. He's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, we're literally sweating. Like, open this goddamn window right now. And he cracked it open. We're like, just release a bit of. It's too hot in these apartments, but we made it work. Some windows are open right now. My bedroom window is really open, and I'm getting kind of cold now. I'm like, oh, it's chilly. But yeah, oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, I'm like jumping. Crime Junkie, our podcast coworkers, are releasing an episode about JonBenet. People's Magazine is going back on JonBenet. So guys, it's JonBenet's season. Like, and Netflix is releasing on Monday, I think, the 25th. I'm like, guys,
I just wish more people took me serious. Okay, it was a frogger.
I'm saying you had to keep, like, we have to repost that video a couple more times.
We do, because I don't. If you guys can't figure it out and you haven't looked at this as an option, we have to
put the hashtag JonBenet case, like things like that, to like kind of put it back.
Yeah, we'll because we already figured this out.
Case closed.
Okay, like, I'm tired of it. Just call me. I'll explain. It's all right. We could get this.
Join the pod. We'll do it for content.
We can wrap it all up. All right, we can move on to the next murder mystery.
Oh my god! No, I've been on TikTok, and they're like, these are like the top mysteries I need to be answered before I die, and I'm like,
you're welcome.
Yeah, literally, JonBenet was one of them. But there's a couple more that like just triggered a memory again. Like, remember the girl that like killed herself in the hotel CC Hotel CC in California? Like her, like, oh my god, I'm gonna sing clips.
Okay, I promise you, I probably know none of them, because the same way I don't watch news.
Oh my god,
I'm an empath, so like when I see all this shit, it feels like it's happening to me.
Oh yeah.
So I can't watch it. I can't watch anything. Like, I couldn't watch the who is this? The serial killer who killed all the black guys and ate them.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yes, I couldn't watch his series.
I couldn't watch it either, though. The one on,
it was too much.
The one on Netflix, right?
Yes. It was too much.
Too much.
Even watching Monsters, every time I see now like a parent get too close to a kid, I'm like, alert. Like, I'm fucked up. Okay, I'm fucked up.
That's just the world we live in now.
I can't watch scary movies, and my husband hates this. But like, I watch scary movies, and I'm like terrified for like weeks, and I can't sleep, and I'm like in the movie. Like, it's just,
I'm the same way with that, but with paranormal things. I'm like, no, I don't want it in the house.
I can't.
No, I get too creeped out. I hate it. I hate it so much.
I believe in too much of this shit. Like, I know that ghosts exist. I believe in demons. I believe in bad spirits. I believe in all of that. So like, to watch it, I'm just like, oh god, I just don't.
And then now they're making more about like the Nun, and I can't watch about those things.
I don't want any of that energy near me. I'm too much of a fuck. Like, I just take it all off.
Yeah, like I started like getting too scared, and then Jose has asked me, he's like, how come you could hear about somebody getting murdered, when it comes to the paranormal you get scared? I'm like, because that's whatever. Murder is fine.
Niggas die every day, B. It's a quote from a movie.
But I'm like, the paranormal, you can't see them, so that's an element of fear.
It's like the unknown.
It's too much of the unknown for me. Like, I will no. I wear my cross every day. No.
Like, you feel like you could protect yourself from a murderer because you could see it, but
right, like, I see you, unknown.
Right, it's like, oh my god, didn't it? Like, the scary music starts playing, and it's like, what is happening?
God, talking about murders, the craziest shit happened in New York this week. Did you hear about it?
I don't know. You have to tell me first.
Okay, sorry. So this past week, a man that they said was homeless and mentally ill. I don't know. I think that's like what they were saying. He killed 3 people in New York in the span, I want to say, of 3 hours in the morning. He killed somebody, a construction worker that was 36 years old, on Chelsea. And then he walked over to the east side. And then on East 30th, he killed a man that was fishing. And then he walked up a couple blocks up and killed a woman. The man that he killed that was fishing was 67. Then he walked up, he killed somebody, like all on the abdominal, and killed a woman that was in front of the UN that I would assume is heavily policed for some reason.
Okay,
And
I totally want to hear this story. But why was somebody fishing in New York City in the
they do that.
Hudson?
They do that. I've seen that before.
I've never seen that before.
No, I've seen it a lot of times.
That's disgusting. Okay,
No,
so
it
like
is.
out here, they have like a bunch of man-made ponds, but there are critters in them.
Yeah.
Well, I guess animals, and people fish like all the time. But I don't think I've ever remember seeing anybody fish in the Hudson.
I've seen them before because they all line up like especially by the west side. They all line up, and I was like, I don't fucking know what's going on over there.
So, but how did he kill them?
He had a knife, big ass knife.
He's just like stabbing people.
I think he stabbed all of them in the abdomen, and like your abdominal aorta is there, so you could bleed out within like 20 seconds.
Oh well, at least it's not a slow death.
But the last one, she was 36 years old. She succumbed to her injuries later that day, so she was like trying to fight for her life. So they said this guy had been arrested like at least 9 times and released, and he was like bailed on trial or something like that. And it was just like so sad because like these 3 people, they're like none of them are connected. Literally are 3 strangers, and he just went out and killed. And I got, when I saw that news, I was like, and I already know New York is scary. The thing is New York is always going to be scary. That is, and anywhere you go is always going to be scary. You just have to learn how to walk. The thing is also with New Yorkers, I feel, we walk around with our headphones blaring, like, because we don't want to hear shit. And like that, this whole week I've been like with my pepper spray, and I'm like, let somebody get like even like too close to me, I'm taking that shit out. And yes, they say pepper, like you can't pepper spray, like it's a crime. I think it's a misdemeanor. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm protecting myself. Like I am a woman on the first thing, so it's already a target on my back. But then like it's a crazy world wherever you are. But this is just because it was happening in New York. It was just like, it was insane. I shared it with everybody. I'm like, everybody needs to get pepper sprays. And like even the A, B, C, and D line have been the worst lines recently. Like I took the A train the other day, and I swear to God, I was like, I need to get out of here. Like it was just like, it's always full of homeless people, but then it's always like people like screaming, acting erratic. And I'm like, obviously mental health is a very big problem and it needs to be addressed, but it's also like, come on, B, I'm just trying to get fucking home. Like, right. It really goes out the window sometimes for New Yorkers because we're like, yo, come on, like, don't stop the tracks. Like, we're just trying to get home.
Crazy somewhere else.
Yeah, like, come on, do it on another line. That's not my line right now. But no, like, it's been very movido lately in New York. Like, very like just like whatever. Like, I just want to go home. Like, I don't want to even spend time in the city half the time.
Yeah,
and I'm like, no, I can't do that. And then on top of that, I saw some girl's video on TikTok, and this was creepy. I had to send it to you. I forgot to send it to you. She said her dad always taught her how to lie. He's like, you always have to lie to men. She didn't believe anything, so she went out in her 20s with her friends. Mistake number 1, she didn't want to end the night. Her friends did, so her friends left her at a bar with some guys that the girl trusted. That they were like, oh my God, they're normal guys. Rule number 1, never leave your friends. Never. We come together, we leave together.
You drag the bitch out by her hair. Yeah. Okay?
Or you do what some of my friends did. They would just keep drinking until I was done. Like, balance. Okay? But you never leave. 2, they were like, she said she was not that drunk. The other guy was drunk, but there was a DD. And of course, I have to admit, in your early 20s, you think you're invincible, sorry. Like, you don't think anything can happen to you. So she said she lived a couple blocks away. She a college student, can't really afford the Ubers back then. $10 is a lot for people when we're like in college struggling for pennies half the time. And she's like, oh my God, like he offered me to take me home. So the designated driver sat on the driver's seat, obviously, her and the passenger, and then some guy behind her. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, we know where to take you. Like, just let us know. And they took like the complete opposite. Like they were supposed to go south on the highway. They went north. And she like right away just started lying. She's like, oh my God, my boyfriend's going to start calling the cops because we kind of got into a fight and I just went out. Like, she started lying. The guy that was supposed to be drunk in the back, apparently he was just like he was just like, no, it's fine. We know shortcuts. And then she started kind of like belittling them. She's like, you guys don't know this place. Like 6 years, you guys still don't know how to drive. Like she was trying to like kind of antagonize them, I would say. I don't know if that's the right word. And then the driver just got so fed up. He's like, fine, we'll take you home. And like, one, she was like, what do you mean you'll finally take me home? Like, what? And then two, the guy in the back was like, so what happened to plan A? And I was like, plan A? If I were to hear that, that was sticking in my mind for the rest. I would never go out again.
I would have got out on the highway.
No, literally. They said that they got to she said that they got to the road of her where her house is, and she just jumped out. Like car was still moving, she jumped down, she ran to a different house, and she was so afraid, like the headlights where they were looking for her, and she just like ran somewhere into somebody's porch. I would be fucking traumatized for the rest of my life. I wouldn't go out. I would be a homebody for the rest of my life. And don't get me wrong, again, late 20s, you really have like, you think you're on top of the world, which like you are, but like be fucking careful, you guys. Do not leave your friends with people they just met. And I get it. You know, you want to hook up with these people. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. But like, it's just like, do not leave them until they're like, I want to hook up with this guy. And I'm like, whatever. But like, don't leave your friends. Like, that's like the big thing is like, just don't leave them.
Even if your friend wants to hook up with a guy, if he's with a bunch of other guys,
red flag.
You stay.
Yeah.
You stay, because that's your friend's safety. Literally, that's your friend's safety.
No,
it gets very scary. It gets very, very scary.
This is scary.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's get into
pop culture news.
Okay. All right. So on our last pod that was ruined, we spoke about Brittany Murphy. Do you want to get into that again?
Yes.
Okay, but let's do it like a summary, because
okay, yeah,
we already like. Okay, so we watched this documentary. It's a 2-part documentary. It came out in like 2021. It was about Brittany Murphy's death, and it was like super alarming to both of us, because there were just, I never knew there were so many like weird things for her death. Like I thought that she just died from pneumonia and possibly like some drug related situation. So we're watching and we see how they start off like she was young. She was like, she wasn't fat, but she wasn't as skinny as celebrities were in like the early 90s and early 2000s. So she did have a lot of insecurities about that. You know, she had the darker hair, she had a little bit of chubby cheeks, and then she just started losing weight drastically and started doing plastic surgery to change her look to be more of like a leading lady. And then
it's so fucking sad,
right? Because she was already beautiful and talented. And after her relationship with like Ashton Kutcher, she meets this guy who she gets married to, who is super weird. And you start to see a shift in Brittany after she gets married to this guy. So she goes from being like this leading lady who's in every movie, you know, Just Married, Uptown Girls, 8 Mile, the list goes on. She's
Clueless.
Yeah, I'm trying to say like she's like one of the staple actresses in Hollywood at this point because of Clueless. She was on like Sister. We grew up with her, you know, like knowing who she is, seeing her transformation, all of that.
Her in 8 Miles, her and Anna Mem had to have fucked outside of that fucking movie scene because they were hot.
So after she gets married to this guy, her movies go downhill, and they start to like explain like how he was trying to control what movie she was in. They were controlling, he was controlling her, and she didn't have access to her cell phone or to her money. She didn't know like a lot of things that were going on, that he would keep her up late at nights and then give her pills to keep her up,
show her, like take pictures of her, and then nobody could do her makeup or her hair. He was doing it for her. And she looked
so like in the last movie before she died, he fired her makeup artist and was like, I'm gonna be your makeup artist. And then she looked crazy. And then he was like causing a lot of problems for her because she almost got, even like she's doing low budget films already, and then she almost getting fired from these low budget films because he's trying to control like how she is with her love interest. Like, is she sexual with them? What does she look like all of these different things. And she officially died of pneumonia and she has severe anemia. But there was also all the pills that all the drugs that were in her system were prescribed medicines, but it was just such a weird dynamic. And then after she died, they talk about, the husband talks about how him and the mother will sleep in the same bed together, supposedly crying about Brittany being gone, but like, my husband and my mother are not gonna sleep in the same bed.
No, but also when they did the interview, I forgot who it was, and he was like baby, and I was like, baby?
Yeah, he called the mother babe. And then it turns out he had 2 other kids.
Oh my god, yes, I completely forgot about the kid. That's crazy.
And that he was spending all of Brittany's money. And he did a foundation for Brittany after she passed away, but was like, you have to pay this amount to come to the foundation event.
Yeah, it was like, again, a scam.
Money grab. Yeah, it was super weird. Like,
because they blew $3 million in 3 years.
Yeah,
and it was something like that. I don't have the accurate numbers, but it was something along the lines like that.
I know it's 3 million. I don't know the time span. And then it's just like he was just super sketchy. So he ends up dying like 6 months after her. But it's just like, that's a mystery. I want to know. Like,
you know what's also crazy? That house Britney Spears lived in after, and she moved out right away.
Okay, so they think that. Okay, spirits. There's something going on in this house.
Sorry, I don't know why.
Is there a spirit behind you?
No, so don't say that. I'm home alone.
Why did you look around?
No, I don't know. I was just like, I don't know. I feel like there needs to be. It's so dark.
Oh, don't do that. Not when I'm talking about like dark. Literally talking about spirits, and you're here like.
No, it's just like, it's so dark. I should turn on more lights.
No, yeah, like maybe. Okay, so again, like that could be a real thing.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. Again, I don't want to get to this topic because I'm home alone. You're gonna have to stay on FaceTime with me for like 10 more hours until Jose comes home. I'll be like, oh my god, no.
So yeah, it was just super scary, super sketchy, super weird. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know.
For her, I remember when she passed away, I was like, I just assumed, like, when they say like you joined that club, you died before 28. She was 31 when she passed away. I just assumed, I'm like, was she on drugs or something? Just like anybody would assume, you know what I mean? Right. But when it was like, she definitely was on, like, she was like definitely on prescription pills for sure. Because they remember in the documentary they said that there were some bottles that didn't even have her real name on it, but it was
that she had aliases because she was
Hollywood just seems like such a fucked up world that I, high key low key wish I was part of too. Like, I just want the glitz and the glam. But I think we shared this one like a long time ago on Instagram, the whole Ashton Kutcher and like how he was supposed to date a girl. Supposed to go on a date with a girl that ended up getting murdered.
No.
Wait, did we not talk about this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. So many years ago, I can't tell you the timelines or anything like that because I don't know. Ashton was supposed to go on a date with this girl. I don't remember if she was a fan or not, or like she was just like well connected. And he shows up to her, like this girl gets murdered in her house the night of. He goes to her house, knocks on the door. She's not answering, so he leaves. And then, like the next day, one of her friends does like a wellness check. They're like, oh, she's murdered, blah, 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 right? And he goes to the police. He was like, you're going to find my fingerprints? I didn't do it. And they were like, oh, okay, like, cool. And then I don't think they kind of blamed it on a serial killer that was going around like a couple of like times around there, right? So remember when that guy from that 70s show was arrested for sexual assault?
Yeah, Hyde.
Yeah, I don't remember the actor's name himself.
I don't think I've ever knew it.
So they say that the friend of the girl that died calls Hyde or Ashton and is like, don't forget, I know what you guys did, and that you guys are trying to cover it up. And so it's always been believed now, it's like taking like over TikTok a little bit, where they're like, was Ashton involved in the murder? Or did like maybe Hyde was involved? And like maybe Ashton's covering up for him? Like what happened?
Or maybe she's one of the girls that Hyde assaulted.
Maybe.
But I also see, like, there's a lot of conspiracies. And these aren't, like, my conspiracies. These are just, like, other.
Yeah.
And, so I say that to say I don't subscribe to these. I know I say I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I don't subscribe to these.
So now this is coming out because Ashton was friends with P. Diddy. And P.
So
Diddy.
I was just about to talk about that. That's exactly what I was about to say.
This is coming out because people are everybody's coming out the woodworks.
Yeah, so then I saw one and it was saying how, like, because Britney died from pneumonia just like Kim Porter did. So they're saying, like, did he have something to do with this? Which would be wild. I mean, like, come on. That's far-fetched a little bit. But they're saying,
but
like,
you don't know who runs in those circles, though.
But then also, she died so long after Ashton. Like, it wasn't, like, right after. She was already, like, married and with this guy. So, like, that's why I don't really subscribe to it, because it's, like, they had already separated at this point. Like, they were already, like, living their own lives. He was with Demi Moore. She was with this guy. They, like, so I don't really get the timeline for that. But I feel like because Ashton was friends with P. Diddy and friends with Hyde, that, like, they're starting to look at him for, like, you know, birds of a feather flock together. What have you done? You know what I mean? But then also that 70s show fan in me, I can't live with the fact that both Hyde and Ashton have done bad things.
Oh my God. Like, Hyde on that 70s show to me was like an idol. Like, I love that he was always just like a badass kid. I wanted to be good at her. I loved him when Mila Kunis were, like, when they got together on the show. I was in love with them.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like
never meet your star. It's never meet your heroes. Like, cause look at this.
Yeah.
It's never meet them.
Just not knowing who they are.
Yeah, literally, it's like, okay, let me just, like, remember, like, and of course, like, what Hyde did is absolutely horrible. But when Ashton and Mina wrote the letter to defend him, and that came out, it's like,
oh, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, it got released. And people jumped on them because Ashton is one of those people with the rose. What is it called? They help make sure that kids don't get preyed on. Preyed on, and they're saying that's a cover up because P. Diddy had underage girls in these parties and everything. So they're Ashton's getting on the.
They're coming for him.
They're coming for him, and they're Thorn. That's what it's called. Boom! I knew I was gonna fucking remember. It's the organization's called Thorn. That Ashton's part of to take away children from getting preyed on. It's a lot. Like, sometimes, like, the thing is, sometimes you don't even think about it, but when when they give you, like, the stack information, and you, like, do it as you will. Sometimes you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's scary.
But okay, so did we talk about this already with Zoe Kravitz and Channing Tatum?
No, I don't think so. Oh, girl, you know I have dementia. I don't remember what we talked about.
I know, me too. It's really bad.
Sorry, listeners. But, so we apologize
because it's kind of sort of related.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so did you watch the movie Blink Twice? I'm gonna read the description, I guess.
Synopsis.
Sure. Oh, look at you with the big words.
Oh, look at me, girl. That's the only time.
Thus, as when a tech billionaire, Slater King, meets cocktail waitress Frida at his fundraising gala, he invites her to join him and his friends for a dream vacation on a private island. Wild nights soon blend into sun-soaked days, but when strange things start to happen, Frida must uncover the truth if she hopes to make it out alive. So they filmed that movie together. I think Zoe wrote it or produced, or she did something on it. She did something on it. I don't remember her exact roles. But right after that movie, Channing Tatum, like a year after that movie or whatever, like, the movie's done, it released, it did well. He posts this, and it says, "This little sweet." It's a picture of him and Zoe.
Oh, I saw that on Instagram. Yeah, he like was gushing about her.
No, but like, dig into it. So he goes, "She's so tired, bro. Every time I wondered if she'd break, she just kept going and going and going. Always on the dig for the truth. She poured every single ounce of her into this film. So is this film fiction or... And then I saw like some people were speculating like her dad is Lenny Kravitz. You know, he was associated with some of the people that were on Jeffrey Epstein's island. Is this something related to that? Which is then kind of like the whole Ashton P. Diddy thing. It's kind of like, is this one big circle that we're all watching being uncovered? But I don't know, because this is rich people shit, and I am just sitting back with my popcorn, just taking notes and learning about everything that's going on, because this shit is crazy.
It's so crazy. I was just gonna say that, like, what? Like,
right? But doesn't it sound like related to that same like situation? God bless you.
Yes.
Like, it just is so weird, and then you never know how many people are involved in these things.
You don't know how deep it runs.
Exactly.
But that's what, like, what Jeffrey Epstein allegedly committed suicide in jail. I'm like, no, he was ready to talk, and people got to him and they killed him.
You think he was ready to talk?
I think he was ready to release. I think to save his ass, I think he was ready to release names.
I think he was either gonna. I think if he didn't get killed, he was gonna kill himself.
No, I don't believe that. I believe that he was ready to talk. The list was gonna be published, and people took him down.
Yeah. No, I think that people were coming for him like aggressively, but I don't know if he was gonna talk. I mean, we'll never know now.
Now we'll never know.
We'll never know now. But that shit, I was watching the show on, it's an MTV show, but it's like really fucking good. It's called Lioness, and Zoe Saldana stars in it. And she's basically, so like Lioness is like a secret CIA operative group, and they're basically like, it's one of those things like when you see people in the CIA and they're like, you never seen me, and nobody knows about them or that they exist.
Like the Men in Black?
Sure.
You never heard that conspiracy before?
Oh, that the Men in Black are real?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but these are more like military. Like they're like
secret ops.
Split it up. Yeah, like secret ops. So they're trying to, in this season, they're trying to take down a cartel, and they hit up a warehouse that they thought had drug contraband, but it was actually filled with like thousands of kids. And when I tell you, I didn't cry because I had to remind myself it was fiction, but like I said, I'm an empath and I am a mother, so I sat there and I'm just like horrified. And then Rich is like trying to talk to me, and I'm like, shut up. Like, I'm trying to like process what's happening, and it's just like there's so much media around like child trafficking right now, as far as like these sex predators that they're trying to take down, these islands.
I don't want you to go to this house tomorrow. I'm sorry. I had to say it. I'm so sorry. I had to speak my truth. I get into this. I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't trust it anymore.
Oh my god, that's so scary. No, but then you know Florida is number one for child trafficking. I think it's like the number one state that, because of all the...
Don't go to this house tomorrow. I just don't think it's safe. You don't know these people.
I don't know these people. But oh my god. Oh my god.
Just think about it. Just think about it.
I'll think about it. You know what? I won't leave the kids upstairs. I'll keep them with me.
So they said they want to keep the kids upstairs, no?
Yeah, so I'll keep them with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if we have to make a quick exit, we're out of that bitch. You know what I mean?
I don't want you to go. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Not this being like a horror episode.
For real, it's not even Halloween.
It should have been a Halloween episode.
To be fair, though, we're just like reporting what we're seeing right now. What's being fed to us.
Yeah, it's a lot of crazy shit going on.
I mean, the world is crazy on its own. Sometimes I'm just like, I can't with this world. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
No, seriously, it's super scary. And this brings me, so in that show Lioness, right? They had a line, and it was like 5% of people in the world are saints, right?
Or what?
5% of the people in the world are saints. 5% of people in the world are evil, like pure evil. The rest are sheep. And it was just talking about like the role of government and the role of army and like these secret ops is like fighting for control to keep the world from chaos and all of that. And it just reminded me of like our conversation of like good and evil people.
I tell you, there's some people I think that were just born evil.
Yeah.
Like or maybe something in the brain chemistry just flicks.
Well, that's what I said. Like I feel like those people are not normal. Like
well, they always say, and I don't think I'm like paraphrasing this right, but it's like if we actually knew what was going on, like what the people in the government, right? Like we would go into mass chaos.
And then me and Rich were talking about that. Like we know it's just a show, but it does reflect reality. And it's like we were both saying I could never be in like those high position government jobs to know that much information about all the bad that's going on in the world, or to be like in a position to control or like influence any type of bad or manipulate or any type of. I cannot do it because it's
scary.
It would ruin me.
No, yeah, it will fuck you up for life.
Yeah, like it will ruin me. Like I am just such a person who I want to believe all is good, but I'm still like realistic about shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not like a power grabbing type of person.
Yeah.
I don't want that power. I will be a sheep. I will be a fucking sheep. Like I don't want it. Like watching these people like set up these co-op missions to like and then the government told Zoe Saldana's character to like leave the kids because that's not the mission.
Which is hard calls. I'm assuming that happens.
It's just like like
yeah.
I to have to leave.
But it's kind of like when SVU did that episode with they reunited one mom where her child that was taken away by immigration, but then you saw all the kids in the cages. Like,
right?
How are you? Like your heart, it bleeds for them. Like you're like, oh my god.
Like I will need to fix everything, and because I wouldn't be able to, that would kill me.
Like remember, you used to watch Orange Is the New Black, right?
Of course.
Remember that last episode where that lady said she couldn't leave her kids, the two boys, like and then they had to defend themselves in court? Remember that whole stuff? They were like, I forgot what that warden girl's name is, but she was like, oh no, these kids, they defend themselves. They don't have lawyers for kids. And they were like literally like 6 or 7 year old kids. They were just like, okay, you're going back into the wherever, like you're going back deported or you're going back to like the cells or anything like that. And that mom, I remember this stuck with me forever. The mom, she gets deported back to, I believe it was Mexico. I'm not 100% sure, or or maybe South America somewhere. She gets deported back there, and then she's trying to cross the border again. She hurts her ankle, and the coyotes over there, like not the animals, like the people that try to get you across the border, I would say smugglers. They're like, we'll try to come back for you, and just leave her like a liter of water. And they put her in the shade. And they're like, we'll try to come back for you, but we have to leave these other people that paid us money to go. And that's just like so crazy. Like kids need to be protected in this world. Like 100% needs to be protected. It's just so sad. I can't.
I can't. I honestly.
No, it's too much.
It really is. It makes me just hold on to my babies a whole lot tighter.
I don't need to go to the party.
Like parental paranoia is such a real thing. Like I'm constantly like fighting intrusive thoughts of my kids dying for no reason, just because like it's just like anxiety, you know?
Of course, yeah.
Like just like trying to be a protective mom, and like Rich, he's just trying to have like casual conversation while we're watching the scene. He's like, "Oh my god, can you imagine that being your kid?" And I'm like, "Shut the fuck up."
Okay, first, Rich, don't ever say that ever again. Like, please,
like. Why would those be the words that you fix to come out your mouth? Like, and he means absolutely nothing by it. He's just like trying to have a conversation about what we're watching, and I'm just like, I am already having a panic attack.
Why would that even be a sentence he forms? What the fuck?
I'm having a panic attack about this fictional situation. Why would you make it real for me? Like, why?
I'm about to yell at Rich. I'm about to text him right now. I'm like, what the fuck would that be your first reaction? Imagine those were our kids.
Like, it was more so like he was trying to say like I think he was trying to be empathetic in that moment of the parents who are missing their kids. Like, not imagine those are our kids, but like, imagine if like you woke up and your kids were missing, and like this is like that would be crazy. Like, I think he was probably going through what I was going through, but like vocalizing it, and I was just like, shut up. Like, I cannot handle like a double down thought on my already intrusive thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy.
I don't think those are called intrusive thoughts, though. Are they?
It's not. I don't know.
I thought intrusive thoughts when like you thought like you want to do the worst. Like you want to.
I think intrusive thoughts. For me, I think intrusive thoughts are just like your worst thoughts that have no,
I think so.
Or like logic behind it. It's just like your worst thoughts because they don't go through filters. It's just like
yes. You know, I shouldn't hit this bitch, but maybe if I did,
right?
What happened?
Right.
Oh my goodness! Wow, this episode really took a turn that I wasn't really expecting. From the highs of the highs that we started off with.
To be honest, though, I think we kind of covered pop culture and deep dark thoughts in one.
I think we really did.
I think so.
I don't even know what really happened in pop culture this week, to be quiet. I'm trying to think.
So there was the Mike Tyson and
oh my god, Mike Tyson's ass. That was crazy. That was crazy. I completely forgot about.
Yeah,
like nothing significant happened in pop culture. I'm really trying to remember. Like, oh my fucking god, this whole Wicked movie, I'm over it.
Oh, are you? I'm like excited for it.
No.
Did you see? Did you see the play?
Yes. No.
Okay.
Wait. The play on Broadway?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I'm thinking like
so
I
never seen the play, but I keep hearing like this from everybody who's actually seen the movie. I've been saying like 100 out of 10, like amazing. So I'm excited to see it when it comes out on TV. But and I like the dresses and the fashion. But oh no.
I'm sorry, I just noticed that. I'm so sorry.
I do want to say that I have noticed every time Cynthia and Ariana are in interviews together, they're just like automatically crying. And it's like, can we pull it together?
Okay, you noticed that in interviews? I noticed something completely different.
What did you notice?
I feel like they're not okay.
Because they keep crying?
No, they look so frail.
Oh, Ariana looks unwell.
So does
but I don't know if they're supposed to look like that because they're supposed to be like not like, you know, like maybe the way I took it is Cynthia looks more witch like or like animated.
No, and okay, hold on,
because she wasn't. I've seen her in other movies and she looked normal.
She looked fit. She looked good.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to talk about Ariana's like weight or anything like that because I know she said like do not talk about like that, don't touch it. I just think, and she's always been a very petite girl. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they both look very sickly.
It's their face, like their cheekbones are like
maybe they got that procedure done when they like suck the fat out of your cheeks.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's like they're hyper like contouring their cheekbones.
No, that's more than contouring though. You see their like their collarbone or anything. I don't know.
But I feel like I always see that with Ariana.
But Ariana was definitely it didn't look. You know what it is too, and this is a problematic statement. It's because she remember when like for a hot minute she definitely changed her skin color to look like a bit Latina or something like that, like darker.
She was more.
And now she's so pale.
Not tanning. She's not tanning at all. She's not. She did lose a lot of weight. She is vegan now. But I feel like she's been very frail for
But
a
Cynthia looks frail
while.
too. Like if you look comparison pictures, they both look really frail. They're
Right,
saying
which
the
makes me
Wizard
think
of
that they
Oz
did it for
movie.
the
No,
role.
but they're saying that movies are cursed too. Yeah, so the original first Wizard of Oz with
Yeah.
Dorothy and all of them.
Yeah.
When they got produced, that girl was only 14. They used to make her smoke cigarettes, like 34 cigarettes a day. They wanted her to lose a lot of weight, so they kept feeding her like pills and all that stuff. A Munchkin committed suicide on the set, and you see it in the film. They said like hanging.
Which, not a munchkin.
Aren't they called Munchkins?
What? What are you calling a munchkin?
The little people in the movie.
You're saying in the movie they're called munchkins?
Yeah, in the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, okay, not in real life.
No, not midgets.
I was like, Connie.
No, they're called Munchkins in the Wizard of Oz.
Okay, I digress. Continue.
Bitch, are you okay?
I don't remember Munchkins in the Wizard of Oz.
They were little, yeah.
Okay, but mind you though, I watched The Wiz with Diana Ross and Michael Jackson. I may have seen the actual Wizard of Oz when I was like a kid, and you know my dementia don't carry those memories. So in The Wiz, I don't.
They were in Munchkin Land too.
Okay, there you go. Continue.
So anyway, a Munchkin hung himself, and you see it in the movie, apparently. And then the person that was the Tin
in the movie,
I think so. That's what they say, like TikTok. Then the Tin Man, that the actor that played the Tin Man died, like had lung issues because the paint that they used for the tin was like something else, like not healthy. Then the one that was a scarecrow also died because of abusing of drugs or something like that. And then the girl that played Dorothy died because of her fucking, like, she became bulimic. She couldn't, like, she kept smoking so much. That they say that movie's cursed. So then this video on TikTok did a comparison of what we're seeing now with Ariana and Cynthia, where they they look not well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, and Ariana, high key, has changed the way she talks too. Like, she used to talk normal, now she talks hi. Like,
but I feel like she's been doing that since she started filming. Like,
I don't know.
Years.
I'm so over this movie. I'm over the production. You know what it is? Maybe because Ariana has left a bad taste in my mouth. Like, I'm over her. Because she's like a man stealer. I mean, these men also let this girl get and steal them.
If you can steal somebody's man, that's not your man.
That's not your man. Okay.
Men are for everybody.
No, men, literally men or women are for everybody. Okay. But like this one, I was just over it. Like, I'm over her. Like, I don't even care no more. But like, I don't know. I do like her songs. I'm not gonna front. I will still blast Seven Rings and all that. But I think I'm just over it. It was just like too much. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, I don't know. It's just me, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're just being a hater.
I don't think I'm being a hater. It's just like, okay, like this movie that they've been talking about forever now. Like, it feels like, didn't they go to production before? Yeah, it's been like at least a couple of years. And
I think COVID also pushed it back.
That's what I was gonna say. I think COVID had something to do with it too. But it was also like, okay, like, I don't think this is gonna be like the best movie in the world either. Like, people could be, I don't know. Maybe I'll go watch it and I'll change my mind and I'll report back. You know me, I'll always report back. I'll always be like, you know what, guys, I gotta say that movie was some shit.
I just want to know what part of this is not you hating.
Huh?
I just want to know what part of this is not you hating.
Because they're doing so much for it.
Like, because it's a big movie.
But like, who gives a fuck?
The 100,000s of people who've been watching Wicked on Broadway for decades.
I don't know. I just feel like with Ariana, it's just like, it's always overblown and shit. I'm like, I'm over it. I'm over it.
Okay. I guess the way you feel about Ariana is the way I feel about Taylor.
Okay. Listen.
Okay.
Who are we to yuck each other's yums? Who are we
there
to
you
yuck
go.
each other's yums?
She's hella overrated. But
so is Ariana.
Who are we to yuck each other's yums?
Is all I'm saying. I really can't believe you thought I was calling midgets munchkins. I'm not.
I really did. I was unwell for a second because
Yeah,
I was
because
like,
I saw you looking so confused, and I was like, what's going on?
because I was also trying to figure it out because I know you would never. So I'm like,
you know, I'm too politically correct.
is there
Like
something that I don't know? Did they change their preference to
you know what? Maybe
Munchkins?
I'll watch
Like,
Wicked on Broadway. Maybe I'll do that.
I do want to see it on Broadway because the thing is I've always heard such great things about the Broadway show.
Yes, the
And
actual
The
show on
Wizard
Broadway.
of Oz itself is such an iconic classic movie. Whenever it comes out, like The Wizard of Oz, The Wiz, Wicked on Broadway. So that's why I think this has so much weight on it. The Wiz is the black version of The Wizard of Oz. It has Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, and a whole bunch of other people.
Also, it always reminds me of that video. Did you ever see that video on TikTok where it's like, they were that guy that was fighting with this other guy. He was like, she was a princess. She came down in a bubble. You're going to tell me that's not that video lives rent free in my mind. It came out back in the pandemic, and the guy's like, I'm going to go stab him. And you see like him just taking out a switchblade. She came down in a bubble, man. And then he's like, you're going to tell me that she's not. He was like, he goes, the Wicked Witch of the this man was so passionate about that video, and then he was like, and then when he's like, I'm gonna go stab him, he's like, grow up, man, girl, I'm gonna send it to you. Yeah,
but yeah, I'm excited to see it because I kind of love musicals. I know it's very corny and basic of me.
I think that's perfect. I was watching High School Musical before we started filming.
Yeah, exactly. That's one musical I never seen. But
you never saw High School Musical?
I will stand on being the only millennial who's never seen or cared about High School Musical.
Okay?
I am okay. I'm actually great because
I've never seen High School Musical
or Glee.
Glee was so fucking overrated. Liam is a problem.
I feel like I love musicals, but having like every episode is a lot. Nobody's that fucking happy. Like, just the name itself. No, I'm saying nobody's that fucking happy to be singing every fucking episode. Just the name itself, Glee. Like, I'm not gleeful.
Also, that show is a bit problematic if you watch it in your older years. Like, when you're older, in your older years.
Is it like a musical Degrassi? Because that's how I always perceive it.
No, it's not Degrassi shit. No, Degrassi taught me life lessons, okay? Degrassi taught me... Degrassi was the one that taught me what Coke was. And not Coca-Cola.
Disturbed, okay? Degrassi is disturbed.
No, Degrassi taught me life lessons at a very young age.
I don't understand.
Don't talk to random men on the internet. Don't meet up with them. That didn't really help me though towards my college.
That's what I was about to say, because I was going to say maybe these kids needed Degrassi, but then I'm like, but did it really help?
It did help me. It did help me somewhat on the straight and narrow, but like my life was never gonna be. It's like Gossip Girl. My parents were never letting me outside and be like, "Come home at 1, bitch. You're not going out." Like, wait, that's what we didn't talk about. This I started watching Gossip Girl.
Yeah,
and Chuck trying to assault 2 women first episode. This
I wonder how
not
many
a real show. How are you doing lines of cocaine? I mean, there probably are people doing lines of cocaine at 16, but like this is just like the what is it, the 1%. Like they have problems that I will never have.
But you know, it's so crazy. If you look at like, we grew up on like Gossip Girl, right?
Gossip Girl, yeah.
And then I guess Gen Z
grew up on High School Musical too.
You grew up on High School Musical, and I guess Gen Z grew up on 13 Reasons Why.
Oh, that's dark.
Isn't that like 2 different messages though? Like for us, it was like Chuck was a cool guy. He was supposed to do that. Like, you give it up to him. You give it up to like
Nate. I would have given up to Nate.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's hot. But
Nate is hot.
Is like,
I would have given up to Chuck. Chuck is disgusting.
He's creepy.
He's creepy.
The point is that I'm trying to make is that like the show was centered around these cool rich guys who basically used women in any way that they wanted to.
It was also based around Serena and Blair,
13
who were rich
Reasons
girls.
Why was like a woman getting back at the guys who used her any way that they wanted to. You know what I mean?
Something about 13 Reasons Why. I will be in that. I think it's like what 10% that watched the original cutscene, which was crazy to watch. when she cuts her wrist. When she cuts her wrist in the club, they removed that scene ever since. They also removed the one that when the guy gets hold on, I gotta find a word. When he gets when they put the broomstick up his butt.
I saw that.
They took that off as well.
Okay.
Which again is just traumatizing.
No, yeah.
And I was 20.
I was in my 20s. Yeah, we were in our 20s when it came out.
Yeah, we were in our we had just gone to our late 20s, right? Or no?
I don't remember, but I know I cried. Like I
was fucked up for a hot
minute.
Was
terrible.
Yeah. No, 13 Reasons Why was when it came out,
it was crazy. Yeah. Do you know what show was really dramatic for no reason?
What show?
Did you ever watch Seventh Heaven?
I did watch Seventh Heaven.
It was so dramatic.
It was dramatic, but then they also had like so many kids.
They had 7. Like
no, then they had twins at the end. The twin
whatever.
Boys. But was that the 7?
I know it's the oldest son, the 2 girls. There's a boy, Mackenzie, and then 2
the little girl, and then the 2 twins.
But it was so dramatic, and their problems were like, I'm getting bullied in school, or like, I got a C on my test, and it was like the most dramatic music playing in the background.
Damn. You know what show was really good back then? 8 Simple Rules.
I never watched that.
That's the one with that guy.
I heard of it. I just never watched it.
Show. What's his name? John Ritter, who had like a heart issue and passed away on the set. Kelly Coco still I don't know what Kelly Coco's relationship is with her real father, if she had him in life, but she always said because she was young when she was filming that show that John Ritter like took on that father role, and she still talks about him till this day, like 25 years later. She still talks about him in very high regards.
Oh, that's sweet.
But no, it's crazy. I don't know. I like Degrassi. Degrassi taught me a lot. I liked Manny's chaosness. Emma was always a good 2 shoes, and then she turned.
That's a show I want to watch again because I need to see how it lands.
Huh?
I need to see how it lands. Like watching it as an adult compared to like watching it as a teenager. I want to see like how I interpret it differently or whatever.
Also like set up a not like realistic, at least for my childhood. I could not sneak out. I could not sneak out of my house through the basement.
No.
And not have my parents try to figure out where the hell no, but first of all, growing up Hispanic, if you went out on Friday, you were not going out Saturday or Sunday. And then if you wanted to go out 2 days, you had to act like at least 7 days, business days before.
No, at least 7.
And I was allowed to sleep over, and I said this before in the podcast.
There has to be a chaperone, and your parents have to know who they are, and they have to speak to them to confirm that they will be chaperoning because your ass can't be trusted.
Exactly. And then you can't sleep over. We'll pick you up right when everybody's going to sleep.
Sleep over. Not happening.
Not happening.
But on today's episode of ConVic, I have a book that should be released by now, as you're listening, on Amazon. It's called Lex's Galaxy Adventures, Volume 1, Being Kind to Others. It's a children's book, and it's available in paperback version on Amazon. Also, I had a great time in New York. I got to see Coco. We did a sleepover and visit some other friends and family. And tomorrow, both me and Connie have 2 separate Friendsgivings. And I also have my Harry Potter rave. And yeah, I mean, a pop culture summary is we're not going to yuck each other's yums. Okay, some of us are Taylor Swift fans, some of us are Ariana Grande fans. And we can all
wait, time out. I don't want to make it seem like I'm not an Ariana fan, okay?
That is exactly what you made it seem like.
Okay, no. I said I like her music. I'll still watch it.
But you're over her.
Movie. I'm just over her in this
movie. Okay. We're not going to
take a look into that movie because they're not looking good over there.
We're not going to yuck each other's yums. And for today's positive quote, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. by Martin Luther King Jr. Snap it, snap it, snap
that
it, snap
life
it.
part, I thought it really thought me back to Twitches. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yes.
Oh my god, that just like it hit me right then and there. Sorry.
Throwback.
TBT.
But yeah,
Vicky's gonna watch.
follow us, subscribe, comment, write us letters, send us
DM us.
Let us know any and everything, all your thoughts on YouTube, X, Twitter. I mean, YouTube, X, TikTok, and Instagram. At ConVic Podcast. Thanks for listening.
Love you guys.